Hello, grade 10 students. Let's get prepared for our vocabulary lesson and listening. I need you all to prepare your student books, page 101. Let's begin. The objectives of the day are: identify the meaning of 7 vocabulary items using clues and pictures. Apply understanding of the new words to complete a gap-filling activity. Demonstrate understanding of an audio to answer a set of questions. And finally, write a short paragraph giving suggestions to solve the problem of pollution using the vocabulary learned. Shall we begin? Before we begin our lesson, how about you pause the video for a minute and try to figure out what is common between these sources. As you can see here, we have the solar energy, the wind energy, the hydro energy, and the fossil fuel energy. Can you guess? Pause and think. And the answer is, well done. They are energy sources. Now, how about we take a look on these two pictures? Here we have acid rain and here we have toxic waste. Can you answer this question? What is common between these two pictures? Pause and think. And the answer is, obviously, they are types of pollution. Well done, everyone. We will begin with the vocabulary activity, page 101. Your job is to match the definitions from A to G below with the words or phrases from 1 to 7. Then you will check your answers in a dictionary. You need first of all to guess these pictures belong to which definition. We will work on them one by one. Make sure that you have your books in hand and let's get started. We will work on them one by one, starting with A. A mixture of smoke and fog caused by exhaust fumes and factory gases. Our hint is smoke and fog. Pause, take a look on the pictures and try to make a choice. And the answer is smog. Well done, everyone. Smog is a combination of smoke and fog. Moving on to B, rain containing acids, which are harmful to trees and forests, as well as buildings and monuments. Rain containing acids. Pause, look at the pictures, and make a choice. And the answer is acid rain. Well done, everyone. Now moving on to C. Materials containing poisonous chemicals which are no longer used and are pumped into rivers, lakes, and oceans. Our hint here is poisonous chemicals pumped into rivers, lakes, and oceans. So, pause, take a look, and try to make a decision. The answer is toxic waste. As you can see here from this picture, the toxic waste is being pumped into the river, or maybe this is a lake or an ocean. And toxic waste has poisonous chemicals that are harmful. D. Substances such as coal and oil that were formed over millions of years from the remains of animals and plants and are burned for energy. Your hint is coal and oil. Pause, take a look, and try to figure out the answer. And the answer is fossil fuels. Well done, everyone. Usually fossil fuels are used or burned for energy. The next one, a layer of oil on the surface of the water, which comes from leaking ships or sinking tankers and is a large threat to marine animals. Your hint, oil on the surface of the water. Pause, look at the pictures and try to make a choice. And the answer is oil spill. As you can see here, there's a ship and the color of water in the ocean or the sea has changed because of the oil spill. Next one, the process of cutting down or burning trees in a large area for agriculture, commercial, or housing or firewood use. Your hint is cutting down or burning trees. Pause, look at the pictures, and make a choice. And the answer is deforestation. Well done, everyone. Finally, power that is produced using the energy from the sun, wind, and water. Focus. You have one hint here, which is easy. Pause and think. The answer is alternative energy. Well done, everyone. Exercise B. Complete the sentences with words or phrases from Activity A. Let's begin. 1. People with breathing problems should avoid going out because of the... Your hint is breathing problems. Which of the following can cause a breathing problem or can be dangerous to people with breathing problem? Number 2. Pollution in the atmosphere causes what? Which damages building. It is something in the atmosphere and it causes harm or damage to the buildings. 3. A factory was closed down because it was pumping something into nearby river. What is the type of pollution that is being pumped into rivers, lakes, oceans? Number 4. The government is considering spending more money searching for sources. Now this one is easy. Focus on the word sources. 5. There are fears of because the engine of tanker is leaking. So a tanker is leaking. Pause, look at your hints, read the sentences, and try to figure it out. Now let's brainstorm the answers together. Number 1, people with breathing problems should avoid going out because of the smog. Well done, everyone. Number 2, pollution in the atmosphere causes acid rain, which damages buildings. Well done. Number 3, the factory was closed down because it was pumping toxic waste. Number 4, the government is considering spending more money researching alternative energy sources. And finally, there are fears of oil spill because the engine of the tanker is leaking. Excellent job, everyone. Let's move on to our next section of our lesson, the listening part. Listen to 4 extracts related to the environment and match them with the correct forms of communication from A to E. Write 1 to 4. There is one extra form of communication which do not need to use. So you will pause, listen, look at your options, and write down the suitable numbers in these boxes.
Listening. A. Listen to 4 extracts related to the environment and match them with the correct forms of communication A to E. Write 1 to 4. There is one extra form of communication which you do not need to use. 1.
After several days of heavy rains and thunderstorms, severe floods were faced in the farming region 100 kilometres west of the city centre. Crops were destroyed and homes were damaged from the increased levels of water. Farmer and resident of the area John Peters told our correspondent that this is the worst flood he has ever seen. Most of his fields are completely covered in water and many of his family's personal belongings are ruined, leaving him devastated. Farmers are concerned and they want to save as much as possible of this season's crops. Officials are promising that relief measures will be taken immediately.
2.
Well, I don't see what's the big deal. Personally, I hate cold weather. Global warming means I can go swimming all year round. So why not let it get warmer and warmer?
Are you crazy? Haven't you understood a word of what scientists are saying? If the temperatures keep rising, the ice caps in the poles will melt. As a result, sea levels will rise, causing massive flooding. And yes, you will be able to go swimming all year round, in your back garden.
So what? If the ice caps were smaller in size, it would be easier to dig for oil in the Arctic, which would mean cheaper petrol for us. Think about how much more often we could use our cars.
I give up, Brian. You are completely out of your mind.
3.
What a crazy week! Tomorrow you'll need your coats and boots because it's going to snow. The morning will start out cloudy with a temperature of -3 degrees Celsius, and towards noon we will see some light snow beginning to fall, which will continue late into the evening hours. We will probably have about 5 centimeters of snow, so don't expect to be making any snowmen just yet. Drivers will, however, need to show extra caution on slippery roads. The snowy weather isn't going to last for long, though. On Tuesday, the sun will shine again. The temperature will rise to a high of 5 degrees Celsius, and the snow will disappear.
4.
Good afternoon. Yesterday, some residents of Winterdale complained about the government's decision to build a wind farm just outside their town. On the line, I have Emily Taylor from the Environmental Protection Agency. Hello, Ms. Taylor.
Good afternoon.
What exactly will this wind farm be like?
Well, 15 turbines will be built on the hills just outside Winterdale, providing 20% of the town's total electricity.
Now, farmers in particular aren't happy at all about the wind farm.
Well, what farmers need to realise is that these wind turbines will be on top of the hills, where there are no farms and hardly any farmland.
OK, but some bird protection organisations are worried because these huge turbines kill a lot of birds.
It's true that turbines sometimes kill birds accidentally, but compared to other man-made structures, the number is very small.
OK, thank you, Ms. Taylor. Now let's go over to...
Now let's brainstorm your answers. The first one, A, conversation, applies to which extract? The answer is extract number 2. Well done, everyone. How about the next one, documentary? Which extract does it apply to? Number 4. Well done. A radio interview. No, there is none. Yes, well done. How about D? News broadcast. Yes, number 1 applies to it. And finally, the weather forecast. Extract number 3 applies to it. Well done, everyone. Exercise B. Listen to one of the extracts again. What is its topic? I need you to take notes while you listen and listen to it carefully. After you took some notes, I need you to give me a full answer. Try to give us a full answer of the topic of this extract. Pause, write it down, and let's see what you came up with. Now let's check your answer. We can say it's about the government's decision to build a wind farm near a town and the complaints of the town's residents. Any related answer to this is correct. Now let's move on to exercise C. Listen to the same extract. Tick which technique or techniques the interviewer uses to prompt the interviewee to speak. Pause, listen, and make a choice. Is it about expressing personal opinion, or presenting opposing views on the issue, or presenting a brief summary of the issue, or drawing conclusions from the discussion? Pause, listen, and make a choice. Now let's brainstorm your answers. The answers are A. Expressing personal opinion. Well done. And the next one is presenting a brief summary of the issue. Excellent job, everyone. Now it's your turn. Write a short paragraph providing suggestions to the government to reduce pollution and preserve energy. Share your suggestions with your class on Teams and check your writing with the teacher. Thank you.